Okay. Now, VLOOKUP actually one of the formula within your lookup and reference category. Lookup and reference category. For example, if you go to your formulas ribbon, then go to the function library group. Okay, you can see the categories of what of formulas that we have in Excel. Okay, one of them is called lookup and reference. If you click this one, you can see the list of formulas within these categories. Okay, so there are so many type of formulas here. Okay, lookup, hyperlink, index, match, offset, and so on. But today I'm going to share with you two formulas, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookup. HLOOKUP stands for horizontal lookup. VLOOKUP, V stands for vertical, H stands for horizontal. Not VLOOKUP or lookup. It's called VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. Okay? VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. Now, why do Excel differentiate this into VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP? Actually, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, okay, based on the way you categorize your database. For example, most of the time, how do you record your data? You put it in columns, right? Columns by columns. For example, you want to gather your family's members' details for your family days. Okay. So in the first column, you put their IC number. Column number 2, their name. Column number 3, maybe their phone number. Column number 4, their email. Number 5, their address, and so on. So you put it in columns order, in vertical order, column by column. Okay. But sometimes you put the database in horizontal order, row by row. So this is what we call horizontal lookup. So for example here, in VLOOKUP number 1 worksheet here, okay, we have two tables. The first table containing 3 columns, name, point, and grade. Name, point, and grade. Excuse me, for those who try to send me what we call a message through chatting, okay, I cannot read the chat area. I cannot open the chat area right now. Okay, so maybe you can voice it directly. Okay, you can unmute your microphone and then you can ask me the question directly. Because if you put inside the chatting room, chatting area, I can't read right now because I'm sharing my screen. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue. Now, so we have 3 columns: name, point, and grade. Now let's say this is a group of students. William, Brian, Andy here. They just finished a test. Okay, their teachers give them their points, but the only thing that left behind is their grade. So the teacher asks you to find out the grade for the student. Okay, how much? For example, William. Okay, grade what? A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so how do you are willing to help the teacher? You tell the teacher, okay, I will help you, but I don't know how to get the answer. Then the teacher said, it's very easy. First, you need to check on their points, and then based on the point, please refer to the second table. So when the teacher said refer to the second table, automatically we know that the second table is going to be our database. It's going to be our database, right? So in our database here, there are 2 columns. Column number 1, okay, we have numbers 0, 20, 40, 60, and 80. While in the second column, we have letters E, D, C, B, A. We know that if someone getting points within 0 to 19, they will get D. Now, why 19? Why 19? Because 20 is already D. That means the maximum range is 0 to 19 only. Up to 19, E. 20 to 39, D. 40 to 59, C. 50 to 79 B, 80 and above A. For example, let's say Ramesh. Ramesh here 57, right? So 57, by right, he will get what? A, B, C, D, E?
C.
Huh?
C.
C.
C or B?
C.
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 C. Because the range is supposed to be
C.
40 to 59. Even though 57 closer to 60, but because the range that keeping the value are between 40 to 59, meaning that Ramesh will get C. So Ramesh will get C. But now, we as a human, we know how to get the answer, right? But the problem here, you are dealing with Excel. Excel is an application, a computer. How do you tell the computer to do things, right? It's not a human being. You cannot simply tell Excel, I will to find out the grade for William and his friend. Now, Excel cannot give you the answer straight away, right? Because there must be some sort of instruction that we need to tell Excel to do the action. So first of all is, we need to tell Excel where is the location of our database. So the database located here, right? So how do we identify the database? You need to highlight from E3 until F7. So highlight this range. You highlight this range. Okay, you highlight this range. Okay, you highlight from here to here. Okay, from E3 until F7. Now, after you highlight the range, I want you to go to your formulas ribbon. Okay, formulas ribbon, and then go to your define names group. Define names group.
Define name.
Okay, again, highlight the range, go to your formulas ribbon, then go to your define names group. Now, within this group, I want you to click on this button, define name. Define name. When you click, you will open up this dialog box. Okay, first of all, Excel will ask you to give a name to your database. You can give any name at all, any name at all. You name it as durian, you can name it as cempedak, you can name it as bicycle, you can name it as cars, whatever that you want, as long as the name can be related to the content. For example here, I'm going to name it as grade. But here, as you can see here, by default, Excel will name it as point. Why? Because this is the nearest word that Excel can find. Point. That's why we have point here. Okay. Now let's say I don't want to use the word point. I want to use the word grade. What I need to do, I just replace this word from point to grade. Okay. I just put the name as grade. Scope. Scope means where do I want to use the database? I want to use it in this workbook only. So I keep it as workbook. Comment. This is optional. You can put something or just leave it blank. If you want to share this file with another user, it's good for you to put something. Let's say you put here, I created this database so that easier for me to get the grade for the student in the future, for example. So in your own word, you can put something here, right? Or you just leave it blank. Don't worry about that. But the most important thing is this part here, refers to. It will tell you the exact location of your database. Okay. Now, after you highlight the range and then you name it as what? Grade just now. Click OK. There. You just declared a database. Okay. Now, how do we use the database? Okay. First, you click on cell C2. In C2, we're going to insert a formula called VLOOKUP. Why VLOOKUP? Why I'm choosing VLOOKUP? Because the database here, okay, was sorted in vertical order, column by column, in vertical order. Column number 1, column number 2. So that's why I'm using VLOOKUP. So I click on cell C2. Now, before I insert the formula VLOOKUP here, for those who are not familiar with Excel formula, a new beginner, I would like to suggest to you to use this method to insert your formula, okay? I want you to go to your formula bar there, and then just next to your formula bar, there is a button called Insert Function button, represented by FX. FX. Okay, click that button. When you click the button, it will open up this dialog box. Okay. Now let's say while you are working on your Excel file and then you stumble upon a problem, you don't know how to solve the problem. What you need to do, you can describe your problem right over here and then click go. Then Excel will offer you a few formulas that can be used for you to solve the problem. Okay. Or the easiest method is you go to Google. For example, go to Google and you just describe. I want to find out how much my home loan installment in Excel. Then there must be someone who faced the same kind of problem last time. They will share with you, okay, I'm using this formula. So you can go to your Excel and use that particular formula. Or you can go straight to the categories itself. Okay, so as you can see, when you click the drop down button for the categories, there are so many categories, right? Okay, I want you to choose lookup and reference. Lookup and reference, then you will list down all the formulas within these categories, and then click one of the formulas within the range, and then press the letter V on your keyboard. When you press V, automatically it will bring you to any formulas that start with V. So now we have VLOOKUP. You get your VLOOKUP? Okay. Now, VLOOKUP actually will look for a value in the leftmost column of a table. And then what happened? And then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in ascending order. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Anybody got problem?
Yeah.
Clear, eh? Okay, now. So this is the description about VLOOKUP, yeah? Meaning that it will look for a value in the leftmost column of a table. For example, we are talking about Ramesh just now. Ramesh point 57. So what happened? Excel will bring the 57 to the database. So your database, the first column contain the numbers, right? So we try to match 57 here. Where is the range that keeping the 57? Okay, by right is you will here, right? 40 to 59, right? So what happened if Excel can find the range that keeping the 57, the value? It will return a value in the same row from a column you specify. Meaning that if Excel can find the match that keeping 57, which range that keeping the 57, so automatically it will give the answer based on the same row of from the column you specify. That means Ramesh will get C. Will get C. It is impossible for Ramesh getting A. Why? Because the row is totally different. It must be within the same row. So 57 by right will get C. Will get C. Yeah? And then by default the table must be sorted in ascending order. Okay, the last rule here said the table must be sorted in ascending order. Okay, just now when I asked you, okay, 57 are closer to 40 or 60. Some of you said 57 are closer to 60, right? Because that's logic. That's logic. 57 are much closer to 60 compared to 40. But because the last rule here said, by default, the table must be sorted in ascending order, that means it will refer to the lowest value within the range. Within the range, that means 57 are not closer to 60. It's closer to 40. Because of the last 40. Rule here. Yeah. Now, what is the arguments that we have for VLOOKUP? We have lookup value, table array, column index number, and range lookup. So this is the thing that most of us, as the user, don't understand. And then automatically we assume that Excel is hard to learn. Is it correct?
Yes. Yes.
I'm facing the same kind of situation last time. For your information, I'm not coming from IT background. I'm coming from engineering. I used to work for Malaysia Airlines last time, engineering department. Okay? I know everything about Boeing 747, 737, right? 777, okay? But when I start teaching Excel, okay, I'm stuck because I don't know how to use the formula. So what happened? It took me around almost 2 years
Ah,
to learn everything about Excel formula. Yes, I'm sharing you for 3 hours only. Okay. So what happened here? Okay. Every single argument here, they have their own meaning. They have their own meaning. Let me share with you. Okay, click OK. When you click OK, another dialog box will appear on your screen. This is what we call a function argument. This is the place where you need to provide Excel with all your argument. The first one is lookup value. Lookup value actually referring to the what we call a unique series of number that can be used as a reference. For example, all of us, we do have our own lookup value. Our lookup value is your what? Your IC number. Your IC number is unique to yourself, right? You are not sharing it with another person. So you can use your IC number as your lookup value. Other than IC number, can someone tell me what is your lookup value other than IC number? Unique number that unique to yourself, not others. That means you are not sharing the number with someone else.
date, birth date.
Birth of date, okay? But sometimes you use date of birth also you share with someone else. Okay lah. But let's say you are unique. Then say in this classroom, okay, you are the only one who born on that particular date. Okay, that's unique. Okay, what else?
Oh, yeah.
What else?
Handphone number.
Handphone number. Yes, your bank accounts, your staff ID number. So the one that unique to yourself. So this is considered as your lookup value. But as you can see here, William, Brian, Andy, Ahmad, Razak, Ramesh, Christian, and Reddy, they don't have student ID number. They don't have ID number. The only number that can be used as their reference is what? Their points. So we're going to use their point as a reference for us to find out the grade for the student. So in this case, for lookup value, you create the cell that contains William's point, B2. So when you create the cell B2, automatically Excel will know the value that we have inside B2, 95. You don't have to insert 95 here. You just create the cell that contains the value. Automatically, it will identify or recognize the value. Next is table array. Table array here referring to your database. Excel needs to know where is the location of your database. Now, because you already declared your database as what? You name it as what just now?
Grade.
Grade. You put the name grade.
Yeah.
This is not case sensitive. Okay, you just type grade. The reason why I ask you to give a name to your database just now because just imagine, currently the database is very small. Only consists of 2 columns only, right? It's very easy for you to highlight or identify your database. But what if when you go back to the office later, your database contains 400 columns and 1 million rows? How do you tell Excel where is the location of your database? You need to highlight the table, from top to the bottom. You think it is easy for you to highlight the whole table? This is not. So that's why the best way is you need to name your range. You highlight your table, the whole thing, and then you give a name to your database. Okay? So just now, we name it as grade. Next, column index number. After you tell Excel, I want you to find out the answer from a database called grade. Then Excel will find out that there are 2 columns within your database. Column number 1 and column number 2. So you need to tell Excel, you want to get the answer from which column? Column number 1 or column number 2? Number 1 or number 2? The answer should be from column number 1 or number 2? Number 2 lah. Number 2 lah. Okay, just imagine your database is just like a house. Just like a house. Within a house, we have a few sections. We have dining area, we have family area, we have master bedroom, we have toilet, we have kitchen, and so on, right? That means if you ask your brother to get a cup of coffee for you, you need to tell him, hey, go to the kitchen and then make a cup of coffee for me. Right? That means you instruct your brother to go to the kitchen. You're not telling your brother, hey, go to the toilet and make a cup of coffee from the toilet. No? Right? So we need to tell Excel where is the location of the data that you want. So in this case, you put number 2. 2 here referring to the columns number. Column number 1, column number 2. And finally, we need to tell Excel whether you are looking for the answer based on exact match or approximate match. Okay. Now let me share something with you. All right. Now, if you want to find the answer based on exact match, you put 0. Okay. If you want to get the answer based on approximate match, I'm going to explain it later to you here. Don't worry. You put 1. Okay, what is it by 0 and 1? Okay, now most of the time, when you attend training, the trainer will tell you that, okay, you need to put this, blah, 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 okay? But they never tell you, okay, what is it mean by the arguments, So for example here, I'm going to insert, hold on, VLOOKUP. Okay, so VLOOKUP just now, lookup value is going to be the point, table array will be grade, column number 2. Okay, for this part here, range lookup, most of the time, the trainer will say, you put false. You put the word false right over here. False. Why? Why you put false? Then it will give you the right answer, you said. But they never explain to you the real reason why we need to insert false. Okay? For your information, to check whether you will get the right answer or not, depending on either you're looking for the exact match or approximate match answer. For example, let's say we have this situation, Ramesh, 57. 57, if you refer to your database, do you see 57 right inside the database?
No.
No. You cannot see 57 in the list, right? So what happened?
Yep.
Excel will tell you the answer will be false. Why? Because we cannot find any 57. So I'm giving you false answer, you see. Okay? Your false answer. They cannot find 57. So you get false answer. So how to avoid this kind of situation? To avoid this kind of situation, you need to tell Excel, either you are looking for the exact number, the real number, or the closer one. In this case, we don't have the exact number, right? We don't have 57, right? But we don't have the closer one. The closer one is what? 40, right? 40, 40. 40 is closer to 57, right? Because it will sort in ascending order, right? So what you need to do, we need to insert approximate match. You put number 1 here. You put number 1. Then you tell Excel, I'm looking for the nearest answer, not the exact answer. The nearest one. Okay. Then you have E. And then you just copy the formula. Right. That's how you do it. Okay. Right. But what if just now you put 0? That means exact match. See, you have this answer up here. Error. Hashtag. Because they cannot find the exact numbers, right? Do you have 95? No. Do you have 67? No. Do you have 45? No. Do you have 88? No. Do you have 93? No. Because you ask Excel to find the exact match. For sure, Excel cannot give you the answer. So, to avoid the situation, okay, you put number 1. You tell Excel, just get me the nearest answer. There. What if you change the point? For example, William here, okay, from 95, the teacher slash the point to, let's say, 47. 47. enter. What happened? Automatically
Changes.
the grade will change to C.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP. Next. Okay. For VLOOKUP number 2, this is you can do this for exercise later. This is actually for your exercise. Okay. Later I want you to find out. I want to find out